Hello, I'm here today. As you know, I'm Sally Brownbill and I'm doing another fabulous conversation with somebody that I've known for many years. Her name is Heidi Romano. How are you, Heidi?
Pretty good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. So Heidi and I first met years ago at the Ballarat Photo Biennale, which is coming up in the next couple of months as well, I think, isn't it?
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, in 2 weeks' time. We first met there, and I always thought Heidi was a photographer, only a photographer, but she has this whole other life that in the pursuing years I sort of found out about, and I thought it'd be fantastic to talk to you today about what you do now and your love of photography as well, and how we combine everything. So welcome, Heidi.
Thank you. The love of photography has never changed. It's like, it is still like a number one passion. I'm not a photographer as such anymore, but like I still work with photographers. I still use photographers for commercial jobs. It's like, I don't know, it's still like so deeply ingrained.
Just ingrained in you, but you're actually a graphic designer.
I'm a designer. It's like that has never gone away. I was a designer, I was a painter, I was a photographer, I was a curator, and I'm always a designer, always.
So what did you study when, let's go right back to the beginning. And before we go any further, can I just say how much I love your lipstick and your nail polish is matching. I love that. Let's go back to the start. So what did you study after school? And then what was the journey? Because what's really important for people that are listening to this is that all of our creative lives are off, they diverge, and you start doing one thing and you do something else, and it's okay, and it's good, and it's needed, don't you think?
Absolutely. It's like, I think like it's a journey, it's a process. It's like, I'm always jealous of people who have like one straight road. Like mine was like a zigzag from trying this and trying this passion. But like I actually started as a apprenticeship, like doing typesetting. It's like, I don't know, I always forget where I started. It's like, it's before design became important. It's before I even knew design was a career choice. So I did that and then came to Australia, studied design.
So you studied design back in Germany?
No, I studied it here in Perth.
Okay. Why did you come to Australia to start with?
Oh, maybe I've fallen in love.
Ah.
No, I loved the country. I traveled here, I saw the country, and I thought I'd come here for 1 year, do some diving, do a lot of diving. I wanted to become a dive master.
Wow, did you do that up north?
Yes, did all of my
I'm so shocked.
What is it? Certifications.
Yeah,
yes.
your PADI certificate.
Yes.
See?
Did it all and then never dived again in my life.
No. That's bonkers. Why?
I don't know. I started design, and then I found the darkroom, and I never left it. While I studied design, I should have done design, but I was always in the darkroom. It's like, it was always like, I don't know. I don't know how I got to my design course, but I did.
How did you get introduced to the darkroom and photography? What was your introduction into that?
I had this crazy teacher, like she was so amazing, and I've forgotten her name. I feel really bad about it.
Here or in Perth? Or
in Perth. Like, this is what, 25, close to 30 years ago. It makes me feel ancient.
If you're listening now and you know Heidi, let us know your name. That's awful. No, go on.
No.
And what was crazy about her?
I don't know. She had so much passion for photography. Like, there were all these chemicals, and she was testing them with her tongue to make sure that they were just right.
Her tongue?
Yes. Like, she's like, oh, this emulsion, no, not quite right. And she poured more in, and I was just like, who is this woman? Anyway, she taught me everything I knew about printmaking.
Well, I would suggest if she was testing them with her tongue, she might not be alive now.
I'm pretty sure she would be. Well, she also is like, what, in her 80s, I imagine now, so maybe not. But she was sensational. And then, like, I just stayed in the darkroom, stayed.
Whilst you were in the darkroom, you said you were doing design. What sort of design were you doing? Was that while you were studying?
Yes, it was like design. I guess like doing my degree in graphic design, it was doing illustration. Failed it terribly, could not draw to save myself. But my love for typography, it's like, I don't know, I did typesetter. Like, it was really full on, hands-on, like glued, type, all of these things. And then, like, when I studied, the first computer came out. It was so exciting. So it was just like learning, and it's still always going back. For me, it was all about type. Everything else was schmö. like time in photography.
It's so funny when we talk about things like that before digital cameras or when, you know, the first computers came out. It makes you feel like you're 1,000 years old. But do you know what? It's gone like that, don't you think?
Yes.
Like it wasn't that long ago. And what about the learning process throughout all of that time?
I would not want to change it, I have to say. It's like, I know it's ancient, I know it was like 2,000 years ago, but what I learned doing hands-on, like what I learned in the studio, what I learned in the darkroom, I don't know, that's where my passion developed. I can't see that it would develop if I were to do everything on my screen. No, I would have changed direction, I think. I would have changed careers. Whereas like, letraset, I know, ridiculous.
Just for those that are under 40, can you tell us what letraset is?
Letraset is like, there are different ways. It's like you can even have little letters, like you stick them to make your typography, to make your newspapers, to make your little magazines. Or you can actually, you rub them on, didn't you?
Yeah, you could rub them on. They were on a clear
Sheets,
plastic sheet, and you could rub them on.
Each letter you had to rub, and then like you had to stay straight. And I don't know, it was so much fun.
Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? And so creative and hands-on. I think that's why now for me, you know, as most people know, if they've been listening to me talking, I took up pottery a few years ago because I lost that physicality and just getting my hands in the clay is just... I think that's why I became a creative, to just create and make things too. What's interesting with you, Heidi, is throughout this conversation you've talked about design and photography as if they're one thing. Do you see them as one thing? Talk to me about how you've made money throughout your creative career. What is it that you've made money from? And
let's say never from photography. Look, I made money in design. It's like design never went away from me, and it has stuck with me now for 25 years.
And is that the Meadow now? Is that what your
Yes. I changed after 15 years. I changed from Unless You Will to Meadow Studio, and it was really hard for me to even change my studio name because like everyone knew Unless You Will, but like I felt like I had changed in the last 5 years. I felt like I had become someone else. It's like I work so much outdoors. I try to regenerate like 16 acres. Like I'm working so hard out here. So it just didn't quite feel like I could, Unless You Will didn't relate anymore. So it was great to put it aside and go, okay, who do I want to be? What do I want to do? And I'm still working on it. Still working on it.
And I think that's certainly one of the reasons why I picked you to have a conversation with, because I find more and more that people feel that they, and Shani, who we all know, who works for me, who's behind the camera today, you know, I talk to her a lot about, because you start something, it doesn't mean you have to do that forever. You do what is right for you at that point on your life. And recently we just talked about when my mum passed away many years ago, I thought I was going well, and I look back on the time and it was just such a blur for me, and I made a lot of mistakes and I did some odd things. But it was a time in my life and I just had to roll with that. And I think it's really brave to change from one thing to another, but it's also like a rebirth and things, isn't it, for you?
Oh, I needed that rebirth. So
why?
Good question. So I had my studio since 2001. Yes, so I've been running my own studio, freelancing, big agencies, little agencies, big design studios, tiny design studios.
And doing what sort of graphic design?
From branding to reports. I guess like those two were my favorites. It's
the
like,
annual reports?
Yeah, I loved reports. It's like, I don't know, there's something like you just get your head into it and try to make it legible and make it fun and make it an adventure.
Well, it's also a lot of typography too, isn't it? And making sure everything...
but sometimes you just need like 100 pages to just go through instead of like branding. Branding is my first love. But like it's really intricate, like doing these layers and finding clarity and then building layers for storytelling. I don't know, it's like I love all of those parts.
Mm-hmm.
I've forgotten the question.
Just hit you in the head. I do that all the time. I talk so much and I think, God, what was the question? So the question was, do you love that? clearly this isn't rehearsed. So the question was, what was it that made you change from one company name to another company name?
So I had my own studio for so long and I was overworked. It's like I had too many jobs. It was really a fortunate position to be in as running your own studio. But like I was tired of having like 80-hour weeks and then like no project. So I was like, okay, I want to work with a bigger team. So I took on a full-time job as a design director for a sustainability company. And that was great till it wasn't. Like, I'm not a 9-to-5 girl. It's like I was challenged to find my flow. We had so many meetings that could have been email. I don't know.
I remember talking to someone once that did that, and he said to me, do you know what? We have meetings about when we're going to have a meeting.
Yes.
And I just thought that's my idea of hell.
It's just very different, like if you come from running your own time to someone else running your own time. It's like I loved my job and what we did, but I just couldn't. I need to be able to, if I can't think, I need to be able to go for a walk and not like be tied to my desk and have to come up with something creative. It doesn't work like that for me. So after 3 years, I was like, okay, I need to get out of it. I did. And I was so excited. And I was like, okay, so let's go back to where I was. And then I realized, well, I'm not there anymore. So it's like that whole process of like, okay, we've done this, like, who are we now? And it's really hard looking into who you are after 5 years, after 20 years. It's like, what do we want to do?
You should have come and had a chat to me, Dal. That's my job. Interestingly, when you were working full-time as a design director, did you keep your private clients going at all, or?
No, I shut down my studio. Well, I tried to shut down my studio, but I still had for 6 months. Basically, I had 2 jobs suddenly. So me trying to go from 80 hours a week to like a normal job with a big team went like from having 2 jobs for a little while till I finished off all of my projects. Yep. But then I was like, I didn't want to touch anything else.
And during that time, was there any photography happening?
No, photography, oh my God, photography unfortunately went... I don't know, it is so hard. If I worked on books, I worked with some people on exhibitions, but like when you go into the commercial world, it's stock photography. It broke my heart. It was just like I could not understand that after 15 years of working with all of these amazing photographers worldwide, I had to literally go to Adobe Stock or iStock and find images. I was just like...
And was that a budget thing, or could you educate the company that you were with?
Well, I tried to get a few, like when we were doing bigger projects, I tried to get some people or photographers to actually quote on jobs, and sometimes we got them through, but yes, it's a budget thing. And for some reason, people do not know how important images are. I don't know why, but they just always go, oh, just take it from, and I'm like, no, we can't just take it from.
Or my brother's girlfriend is a photographer. That's all my favourite one as well. Or my son did photography in year 10. Did he? That's fascinating. You know, and you sort of then going, no, let's just get a little bit of budget. Let's work with somebody really cool and do something wonderful.
It's so important.
Or could you have done it yourself? Probably not. No,
I didn't have
adding
time.
45,000 hours that you don't have.
Yeah, no.
Heidi, the other thing I talk to a lot of people about is, you know, we work to pay our bills, and we have passion projects. As I said, at the moment, mine is pottery, which is my passion. I love what I do. What is it? How do you run your life now that you've started the Meadow? Tell me about Timbuktu.
So Timbuktu, it's like your eyes light up.
Yeah.
Look, we moved there 6 years ago. We built a tiny house. Which
is in country Victoria.
Central Victoria.
Central
by
Victoria.
Castlemaine. My partner built us a tiny house. I was the social media person. It was just like we lived in this 38 square meter house for 6 years while we built a big one. Also, my partner built it, not me. I just took photos and went like, these are the tiles and this is this. But we...
Art directed it.
Art directed it, yes. Curated it.
Beautiful.
So everything is sustainable. We are off grid. It was a big endeavor, and we just finally moved in last year. So that was super exciting.
And it's called Timbuktu.
I named it Timbuktu. I always seem to come up with names, phrases that no one can actually remember. I don't know what it is. This is why I thought, like, okay, Meadow Studio.
I reckon in Australia, Timbuktu will be working. We can work with that. Germany, they might have a bit of trouble with it.
When I went there just recently, everyone, it's like, oh, when we go to Timbuktu. It was really...
That's so fun. Because I was having a look at it and it's beautiful. So that is just a personal project, and the garden and everything that you're doing. That's your passion thing. That's your pottery for me. Is it?
Yeah, that's everything. It's like we had a really challenging year at the moment because like of drought again, of animal eating everything. But like we planted over like 5,000 trees and shrubs and flowers, and I'm constantly expanding, and we put in contours and we try to build soil. So it's like, it's this endless. So no, that is my passion project, and I have big plans for it. But at the moment I'm trying to, I don't know, I try to structure like maybe a day or two when the time is right to plant things. I pencil everything in my calendar, and then like the rest is work related.
Do you know what my husband does? He's a horticulturalist. Oh, really? So he looks after all the open spaces for one of the big universities now. But he was at the National Trust, and so I get the whole plan. I'm the art director, although he probably is more,
would know more there.
He knows everything. And I go, I love that. And he'll go, it's a weed. And I'll go, but it's so pretty, it's colourful. No, it's a weed. Oh God. So, but it's just gorgeous getting back into being earthy and practical and I don't know, all those sort of fabulous things, isn't it?
Well, I guess like you said before, it's like you went into pottery because you needed to do something with your hands. And for me, it's like working in the soil and getting my hands dirty. And it's the same thing. It's like sitting at a computer is so hard. Like 8 hours at a computer is like so tricky. So having, I don't know, a time outside in the sun, rain, shine, I don't know, it's good. I love it. It's nice to get dirty. Nature has become such an important part for me. It's like, it's been a really interesting development, like being there like through all the different seasons, like to see when we had rain, what it does to the landscape. Like when we have drought, like last year, like that was dramatic. It's like they basically erased, I should say, like 4 of my gardens, like wildlife. And it's challenging and it's frustrating, but at the same time, it's like you also see what's going on outside of your little bubble. So it's like while I'm absolutely challenged by having my garden eaten like on a regular basis, it's like I also see that there's drought, like that there are more animals, that there's no food.
Yeah,
like,
you're just alive, aren't you?
You just have to live with it. You just have to.
Well, it's a really interesting, I'm going to throw a crazy analogy here. It's a bit like our creative industry, isn't it? There are some things that are totally out of our control, like COVID, like the political situation, like what's going on with, interest rates and mortgages and companies combining and people losing jobs. That's sort of all out of our control, like nature for you, right? Yeah. And so the older you get, and Shania and I were talking about this today, the older you get, the better you do I feel the better I become at rolling with the punches and going, well, heck, I didn't expect that to happen. Right. What's a positivity we can get out of this? I'm going to learn about drought tolerant plants, right? Or I'm going to learn about how to get rid of the bunnies without feeling bad about myself.
Oh, no, absolutely. It's like most people who know me know that I'm not a patient person. It's like I'm black and white, I'm quick to make my opinions, but like nature has really taught me, it's like, okay, one step at a time. It's like if you plant something now, it's like I will never see like 3/4 of my trees ever get to where they are supposed to be because I'm not going to be here. But like I try to do something and leave something behind. It's like when we got this property, there was nothing, like not even any soil, like no soil. And I don't know, it's like, it's just that process of seeing it happen. Like we build things like I have a forest, like things, the tube stock was this big and now they are like 4 or 5 meters. And that's amazing because in design, everything is on my little screen and then it evaporates and goes away. So it's like to have something where I can see what I do is I don't know.
It's a huge achievement, isn't it?
It's just
It's
sometimes
wonderful.
I need to see something not evaporate into the digital ether.
Yeah, I totally get that. I was going to ask you, during your initial conversation of what you did in your past, you talked about curating. Can you tell us about what you did with curation?
Oh, they were fun times. So again, there was no online magazine, and I naively thought, like, let's make one. It was like 2009, and I invented Unless You Will. And that magazine was like, I contacted photographers, asked for their work, and we put it together and then shared it with a greater variety of people worldwide. And it was amazing because, like, I discovered at that stage I was actually also a photographer and had also worked hard on my own photography, but I wanted to learn more about photography. So working with all of these photographers was sensational. It's like you see the work of the photographer you've never known about. It was just amazing.
Right.
It's like, and then like that went into a Photobook Melbourne, which was a festival we did, remember?
Yep.
And again, it was amazing to bring all of these books, all of these photographers together. I guess, I don't know, I discovered I love building communities. Mm-hmm. So it's like building people who are interested in the same thing, like building networks, building connections is what it's.
Ah, yeah. Well, I guess that's what we have in common, isn't it? You know,
Yes.
it's that whole, we talked a bit before about, you know, once you work with someone, you never really lose them. And in Germany, you've still got a huge collection of friends, but you've lived out here for more of your life
than 30 years.
than you lived over there, right?
I don't know. It is mad. It's like some people will always stay in your life. It's some come and go. They are fleeting visitors, and that's okay.
Yep.
They don't always have.
Some stay in your life that you don't want them to. No.
No, I get rid of them.
Yeah, get rid of them. That's fair enough. Oh, wow. Heidi, so we've touched on a lot about your life and about Timbuktu and about changing your business model and, you know, getting to a point in your life where it was about seeking more out of not just your career, but out of life, really. And I want to ask you now, has AI been a big part of what you're doing now? You know, we talked earlier about a lot of people being quite unnerved by it. How do you feel about it?
Look, I still love it. It's like, I know I might not make a lot of friends currently because a lot of people are scared about their job, but I don't know. It's like, I guess I've always loved innovation. It's like innovation is there to be used to the best to help you do something
For
better,
good and not
quicker.
for evil.
Yes. So I guess like I have the same with AI. It's like, now I do not know all about Midjourney and like all the 2000 different apps that you can do. But like, I love it because you get to experience. When digital cameras came out, it's like everyone was in uproar. Oh, photography will die, photography will die. Well, it didn't die. And I feel like it's just another tool. If we can learn how to use it for us to work better, I don't see any problems with it.
Yep.
It's like...
And are you using it in what you're doing?
I use it like sometimes to help me polish up like a strategy. Like I use it
So
sparingly.
like ChatGPT or something?
Yes.
Yep.
Like I haven't had time to... I explored all of them like for the writing. Currently, I just need help with the writing a little bit. Whereas like, I don't know, to use Midjourney, to use all of these different things, it's like it's a new tool to use compared to Photoshop. I tried a little bit. Maybe in photography, I haven't quite achieved... I feel like the results are a little bit... What's the word? Random. Like, doesn't matter how good you prompt is, it's like I still get random images. So for me, not interested that part of AI, whereas like other parts, I'm really fascinated and I'm like, okay, let's see what we can do and how I can make my workflow for myself and my clients easier. But that doesn't mean like people are losing their jobs because like I sent an email 5 minutes faster.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Yeah, we're starting to use it a little bit here. I'm a little bit of a Luddite with technology, but that's why the older I get, the younger the people that work for me are. And,
I need someone too.
But ChatGPT has been amazing. I think, you know, that I have written 2 books, which you didn't even know about.
I
Which I'll show you
I have
afterwards.
to look them up.
But I didn't use anything there. But if I've got another book in mind, and I think it will be interesting to put it in. Like, I like to write the body of what I'm going to be writing. Terrible English. And then I'll put it into ChatGPT to correct my grammar and my spelling. Or, for instance, somebody said to me yesterday, I want a bio, but it has to be about 100 words about you. And it's like, God, my bios are so long. So I said, can I have it, here it is, give it 3 versions of 100 words, and then I got them, and then I changed it a little bit. So it's aiding what I'm doing now, which I'm finding really interesting. That's sort of as far as I've got with it. But I'm not scared of it, and I've never been scared of things, but I surround myself with people that know how to work them, and I think we've got to roll with it, don't we?
Look, it's not going to go away. It's like, it's here to stay, and it's the same, I don't know, like having been in the design industry, photography industry so long, there are changes. There are like, things change. I remember when digital came out, I bought this fancy digital camera just to explore, to see what's possible. In the end, I decided I wasn't interested, and I bought a Hasselblad. But like, I think I'm always curious to see what's out there,
Yeah. And I think
to make my own opinion.
We'd all be accountants otherwise,
Exactly.
right? I think the whole thing about what we do in the creative industry is a mixture of communication, it's curiosity, it's networking, it's people, it's embracing new ideas, it's looking back at old ideas like fashion, you know, like we're wearing flares again now, I'm wearing a bloody denim safari suit jacket, you know, all those sorts of things. And it's, you know, it's why we do what we do, isn't it? And I'm so sorry about the dog.
No,
you okay with dogs?
I love her. I love her.
It's just part of working from home in our casual atmosphere, isn't it? So the future of Heidi, what's that looking like for you?
It's thrilling. It's like, I do a lot of branding jobs. I do what I love. I work with photographers like on new books or ideas. It's like...
So you're designing books for them?
Yes. So I did probably I designed 10 photo books till now. Yeah. And they are like, at the moment we are waiting on, with 2 photographers, like on some funding. So fingers crossed that goes through. Then a lot of branding jobs. I feel like with AI, a lot of photographers got a little bit lazy in their promotion. So I'm like, okay, we need to actually freshen you up again. Like 10 years ago, like website date, like, I don't know, branding dates a little bit. So I'm
feeling like there's a really good synergy with you and I. So when I'm working with people about their careers and career paths, if they then need to move on to wanting to do creative work with their photography, be it designing a book or looking at a design for a website. I've got a guy that builds websites, but perhaps we could have a synergy where I could send them to you. Oh, we'll just work that one out. So, because again, that's what it's all about. It's about working with partnerships too, isn't it? And feeding each other work and seeing what's going on. And you might meet somebody equally that's a bit confused with what their direction is, and you might go, oh, I get so many people saying, oh, such and such suggested I come and have a chat to you. And I think that with your love of both things, and I'm dealing a lot now with more and more in creativity of people wanting to work in that sustainable area as well.
Oh, super important.
Yeah. And young people coming up are just so much more aware, aren't they, of that area. So with the Meadow, is that the bulk of your clients, or do you take on all sorts of clients? What sort of... Let's do a little bit of a pitch for you and your business start.
Oh God, I've always been bad at pitching. I don't even have an elevator pitch, guys. Look, I love help people find their clarity. So it's like, at the moment, a lot of people, I guess like we do very similar work at the beginning with our clients or peers or friends or what we want to call them. I feel like clarity and focus has gone out of the window for everyone. And I'm not sure quite why. So my goal is really hard to help them see what's important for them, like where they actually want to go. Because there's not much point doing something just because you've been doing it for 10 years.
And what sort of businesses are you working with?
At the moment, I rebrand 2 artists and a filmmaker. So it's like the filmmaker has, I don't know, like a lovely website from 10 years ago, maybe longer.
Well, like so many people, it was like I often laughed. You know, I did my first website in probably about 2007, 2006. And I remember going, right, I've done that.
Yeah.
Right. And then about 4 years later, someone came in and said, how old's this? And I went, oh, I've got a website. And it's like, and so now I really update mine about, well, every other year, because I get a new student that comes and works with me for 12 months who goes, oh, I want to put my mark on it. And it's like, yeah, bring it on. But it is funny, you know, and it's often designers that have the websites that are like, don't tell them to look at my website. It's like, that's what we want to be looking at.
No, but like it's terrible. It's like sometimes I wish I would take my own advice. It's like I look at people's work and I go like, okay, we could change a little bit here, like work a little bit on this strategy. But like, so I designed my new website, Meta Studio. I have not coded it in 6 months. I don't know what I'm waiting for, but like I find portfolios, to be honest, I'm like, I have to prove that I've done something that's in the past. It just never quite made sense to me. So yes, I know we need to do all of those things, but like at the moment, I'm lucky enough that people still find me. So bless you, find me again.
So what is your website, Dan? Let's let people know.
Unlessyouwill.com, the old one, the old business.
God,
while
we're
we
love
change.
But
look,
stay tuned, because I'll let you know
yes.
when it says tuned. Yeah. But Heidi, so I probably cut you off like I normally do because I get overexcited about questions. So the future for you is to keep on keeping on, right? And
nothing will change rapidly here. It's like working with the seasons, working on design, working on clarity, working on focus. End of full stop.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for today. Thank you. I know, like everybody, it's a bit like, whoa, we're sitting in front of a camera and it's going to go out, but you were just wonderful, and you've had such an eclectic career, a bit like myself in the sense that you've made it up as you've gone, but you've listened to your heart and you've listened to where you are in your life. And I think that women of a certain age, or people of a certain age, get to that point where we go, well, hang on. You know, we're here for a good time sometimes, not a long time. Let's just make it the best that we can be. And that's sort of the message that I love about what we've been talking about today.
It's so interesting that you mentioned this, because like, yes, I have done so many different things in my life, and so have you. But this year I figured out there is a new term for it. It's called portfolio careers. So I'm like, interesting, because like it means you can do different things. It means like you can bring the expertise from one area to the next area. And finally, when I found that, it's like it made me feel less lonely, because I could never explain, what do I do? It's like, yes, I do design, but I do this A, B, C, D. And the same with you. So it's like, it's really interesting how sometimes someone comes up with a name and you feel like, oh yes, I belong to that. I want to belong.
Yeah, it is. And I think also that one of the biggest skills that I find that I'm doing these days with people is helping them to work out how they talk about what it is that they do, because so many of us, now people that have been around for a long time like us, we have done so many things, but also the young kids that are coming out, they're coming out trained in design, social media, content creation, videography, architecture. You know, we just met a group of students today that are just, they're going to be so multi-skilled, and they need to be able to very clearly talk about what it is that they're doing with conviction without confusing people. And that's a real skill. So,
no, absolutely.
And it's not a bad thing. It's not like, you know, when my dad went into a job, when he left the army, he went into a job and then he retired and he, you know, got a carriage clock and then he just went, well, hang on a minute, I better go back to university and study, and went off again. But most people sort of used to go into a job, retire, and that was it. Whereas, you know, the world is our oyster, isn't it? And bloody grab it, I say.
Absolutely. It's like, look, the only thing I can say for the younger generation or students that are studying at the moment, it's like you have to try everything to actually know what you're passionate about.
And sometimes it doesn't happen till you're 30, 40, 50, 60, does it?
Well, it doesn't. I don't think that's important.
Me,
it's actually the
I had
journey.
It early, but yeah, it's the journey.
Everything is the journey. And it's like, if you notice, it's like, okay, maybe not as interested. It's like, and the thing is like, it will change again in 20 years and will change again in 20 years. Like, what we have to do now. It's like, I think like it used to be, there's a designer, there's marketing, there's this. There are like 10 people, whereas like these days, it's like one person has to do maybe 4 or 5 roles. And that will become even
Yeah.
wherever
But
that
roll
goes.
with it. Roll it. Work out where you fit in. See what you can offer. Where is there a hole? You know, that's how I've always worked. Like, where's the hole in the market? What's missing here? And it sounds like that's what you've been doing as well. And coming up with ideas and curatorialship and photography and design and branding. And like, you want to bounce out of bed every day and go, what am I doing today? You know, don't you think?
2000%. But like one thing I noticed is like everyone expects everything in 2 minutes.
We were talking
And
about
I'm
this
like,
this morning.
holy moly. It's like, no, it's like it takes to take one good photograph. You need years and years of practice.
But do you know what it is too? It's an education process on our behalf to let people know that as well. Like, you know, I love nothing more than when somebody rings and goes, oh, I've got a, let's say it's to do with photography, I've got a job, it'll take about an hour and I need them to drive to Bendigo and photograph 4 people. And I'll go, right, well, that's not going to take an hour. No, I know it's going to take, well, it's actually not going to take an hour. And I'll tell you why. Yeah. And this is the sort of money. So it's constantly educating people, which I love doing, but in a nice, happy way, not a like, you're a dickhead way, which you want to do sometimes. But Shani and I were talking about this morning about actually if you don't get that done today, no one is going to drop dead. If you do it, finish it later tomorrow morning and get it to them, just let them know. Put in a phone call.
Exactly.
Text them, email them and communicate. Yes. Don't have a bloody nervous breakdown about it the night before. Just really communicate. And Shani is like all of us where we just want to be getting things done and something comes in our desk and off we go and that's a wonderful way to work, but at the same time you can only do what you can do and you want to do it really well. So if it takes an extra half a day, roll with it.
Absolutely.
Let people know.
But the thing is like it's not only in a business sense. It's like people think like, if they pick up a guitar they should be a musician. It's like, I don't know, it seems like we have forgotten that it takes time to build a craft, that it takes time and dedication and going through 2,000 bad songs and 2,000 bad images before you actually find something. It's like we are so used to these days to scroll and go like, oh yeah, they can do it. It's like, well, they actually practice.
And do you know what? There's nothing like getting into the garden to work that out. When Martin says to me, I'm going to plant a hedge there, and I'll go, and then he'll show me these plants that are this big, and I'll go, well, when's it going to become a hedge? And he goes, about 5 years. I said, well, why can't we like buy big plants? And he goes, because they're really expensive and that's not how it works. And it's like, but I want a hedge now.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
So I have learnt to look at my hedges grow, and all of a sudden it's like, I am learning patience.
Seasons.
Yeah. Anyway, Heidi, it's been absolutely lovely talking to you today.
Thank you so much.
If anybody wants to work with Heidi or have a conversation with her, get in touch with me and I can put you in touch with Heidi Romano from Castlemaine, graphic designer extraordinaire, curator, photographer, gardener. And let's see what else happens in the future.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much,
Thank
darling.
you.
Bye. Thank you.